Throughout building up my client bases for event and commercial videography, I have struggled to find a cost-effective, functional, and flexible LED light solution. At least until now. Meet the Aputure LS Mini 20D, a cost-effective, flexible, and portable spotlight for event and commercial videography. Just looking at the Aputure LS Mini 20D, it is very small and it's all made up of a very rugged and tough plastic, but it keeps the weight down, which is essential while traveling. Despite the LS Mini's size and price for that matter, it is not lacking in any features. Looking on the front, there obviously is the LED diode, but around the LED diode are barn doors to help you adjust the light flow. There also is a dial on the back so you can adjust the flood or spot capabilities of this light, so if you don't want an extremely directional light, you are able to flood the light decently even though it is mostly a spotlight. And that dial is right next to the power button as well as your power input. Moving on to the side of the device, you also have a dimming circuit, so you can choose how bright you want your spotlight to be. So enough of the design, how do you actually power this spotlight? Well, luckily it is an LED based spotlight, which means it's not going to use a ton of power. Aputure does include an AC adapter, which is fantastic for studio applications. But if you're on the go and don't have the ability to plug in the spotlight to an AC wall outlet, you also have other options such as a battery, which Aputure does supply, which you can just simply clamp onto your light stands. And also you can even power this spotlight through a USB. And I will say, Aputure ships this light to you ready to be used. They give you all of the power options you can ever want, so you don't have to buy it separately. Shifting gears, let's talk about the light quality and output. And obviously, because this is such a small spotlight, you're not going to expect a ton of light. But I've actually been very surprised and have found that I don't ever really need more light than what this spotlight is producing. However, in terms of the color quality, first off, the CRI on this light is rather good, but the Kelvin temperature is where it gets a little interesting. Aputure claims that the Kelvin temperature on the 20D, D standing for daylight, is 7,500 Kelvin. That is a lot more blue than your standard daylight. Luckily, Aputure has included a CTO gel, a color temperature orange gel, which just simply slides into your Aputure light, and it should help fix the color temperature and give you a color temperature of about 5,500 to 5,600 Kelvin. So those are the basics of the Aputure Mini 20D. This is just a fantastic, low profile, and flexible spotlight that is also cost effective at about $260 per unit. I've personally been using this light for a lot of event videography such as weddings, and just being able to light up the reception room with this light has been fantastic. Not only can I drop the ISO on my camera to get a less noisy image, it also just brightens up the image and makes my subjects pop. Same thing with when I film speeches at like a gymnasium that has poor lighting. Being able to use this light on my subject again makes the images pop and just makes your images look a lot more professional. So being able to use this light has been fantastic. And the color temperature is a little weird at 7,500 Kelvin, but because Aputure includes a CTO gel, it just helps that much more and has made the light not really that big of a problem in terms of the color temperature. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this light, please let me know in the comment section below. Also have a link down below where you can pick up not only just one of these lights, but an entire kit. They also have a light that changes the color temperature. Hopefully get my hands on that and do a comparison of that. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway guys, that's today's video. I hope you like it. My name's Eric, and I'll catch you in the next one.